Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Hey, yeah. Here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yeah. Tell 'em turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last warning, I'm gonna see go.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Isn't it a great day? I don't know what Dylan's doing over there, but apparently he killed his mic.
Kill it?
What?
I didn't kill it.
What are you doing?
No, I was. So I had on the computer. I had the feed pop up from Facebook. The way it just started with me looking.
Yeah.
I
told
was
you.
a stroke victim.
Well,
Look at the mic. I look like a stroke victim.
well, just stop leaning over the mic like a stroke victim, and you'll be all right.
Ooh, I'm not. Not even funny. Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, and I tell you what, it's been a pretty good day. Honestly, it's been pretty good. It hasn't been horrible or anything weird going on. There's been a stream of tweets talking about music and things like that all freaking day, and I mean all farkin' day.
Yes. Since I think this started officially about 9 or 10 o'clock last night Eastern. Overnight up till, I think, about 2 hours ago, I think was the last one.
Nah, 55 minutes ago.
Oh, was it? I haven't
Yeah,
updated.
it was an hour ago. It really was. It's amazing stuff.
You know what you can do on Twitter?
What's that?
You can track us at
That's right.
DOAE Show.
You could.
Hashtag arm yourselves.
Hashtag arm yourselves. Arm yourselves.
Yeah.
Gotta emphasize the vz.
There is, because certain people don't listen to the vzz.
Updates for Israel, BB1, supposedly. So that's good.
Oh.
Yeah, he was in an election and he won, which is great because he is good at what he does. Of course, CNN is counting it as there is a stalemate for some reason. I don't know how.
Because it's CNN.
Because they're weird, but that's a whole
Weird?
other thing.
Weird is not the word I would use.
Before we get started on anything else, though, I do want to talk about some Patriot Mobile. See, restricting your freedom of speech is restricting the truth. The far left has crossed this line time and time again, silencing conservatives across America, shadow banning us on Twitter, on Facebook, blocking our ads on YouTube, restricting searches on Google, and removing conservative apps from the app stores. These actions are a direct attack on our First Amendment rights, and if it's time for conservative Americans to wake up, you do have a choice. You can fight back. And with veteran-led Patriot Mobile, America's only conservative cell phone company, every phone call protects your constitutional rights. Every bill fights for your freedom. Get the same reliable nationwide coverage you already have, and know that your hard-earned money is supporting conservative organizations in the Heritage Foundation, the NRA, and the Alliance Defending Freedom, and so much more. They have so many places that they go to. With plans starting as low as $25 a month, why wait? Go call them at 1-800-A-PATRIOT. Use the promo code MOJO50. That's 1-800-A-PATRIOT, and that's MOJO50 as a promo code. Or go online to patriotmobile.com/MOJO50 and waive the activation fee on the spot. Look, we won't be silent, and you should join the rest of us and the rest of the conservative Americans. Switch to Patriot Mobile today and let your freedom ring. So yes, we are getting jiggy with it again at the start of the show. Can I not get a bell for that?
I was. Makes me giggle. I can't believe this is still going on.
It's still going on, but it's only going on. Look, it's really only going on in CNN, and here's why. All right. So apparently, the last time the Pences said or heard anything about Pete Buttigieg, butt gig, whatever, I don't know, butt judge, that guy.
That was that
the bell
deserved
is
a double.
We're killing the
double.
bell. We're killing the bell.
That
All
was a
right.
double. Got to break it in.
Yeah. It needs another bell for that. That's why I'm waiting. Thank you. So The last time that the Pences had been had known
Okay.
of anything about Pete was when Mike Pence said that he was a patriot and a wonderful addition or something else. Like he gave this like glowing recommendation of Pete. And so
Poor Pete.
it's poor Pete. So his wife Karen is really confused.
Well, aren't we all? Let's be completely honest with this. We're all kind of going, WTF, dude. Like, seriously, again, and we brought this up last night.
Mhm.
Why are you going to attack somebody who is not even remotely part of the race that you're running in any
Exactly.
way, shape, form, or fashion? Why?
And now
what does it do for you?
Well, here's the thing. Now it comes out that not only is he nowhere close to a part of anything, but he has been like heartfelt nice to you the entire time of your political life.
So
He has been a very cordial, wonderful person to you.
So he's acting like a Christian should.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Fancy that.
Mike Pence is actually acting like a Christian. He is representing his faith by being a good person, by being a steward, by keeping his any sort of judgments about other people's stuff and anything like that to himself, and just like judging a person based upon what they've done so far. And I will say, if that's the case, he needs to get his eyes checked, because Buddha judge jiggy thing, getting jiggy with it. That guy has been a horror show. I wanted to make sure to emphasize horror
Yeah, not horror show.
to South Bend, Indiana.
Yes, he has.
He's been terrible at what he does. And so I'm just pointing this out. Karen Pence says they've always had a great relationship. It's funny because I don't think the vice president does have a problem with him.
Oh, I almost guarantee he doesn't.
This is from Karen.
Oh.
But I think it's helping Pete to get some notoriety by saying that about the vice president. That's it. And CNN reports that as the controversy of Pence and Buddha getting jiggy with it is heating up. No, it's not heating up. It's not. There is no heating up of this. It is just Pete being Pete.
He's more being like a Richard and not so much a Pete.
Is that kind of like a repeat?
Similar. Similar. It's fascinating to me that even the wife is like, I don't know what's going on. I'm shocked. We're all shocked, Pumpkin. We're all shocked.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but then again, we're not. You're in politics. This is politics. This is politics in 2019. I mean, I'm sure this has been politics forever, but this is definitely politics in 2019, where it's you throw as much mud as you possibly can.
For sure.
And if you can throw enough, then maybe some stuff will stick and it'll make you less dirty than the other guy. Whether it's truth or not. And it's just it's so sad. It's so stupid.
Yep.
It's stupid. You know what else is stupid?
What?
Chocolate ducks.
That's true. That's true.
Is it? No.
That's true.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're gonna be hearing a lot more of that junk.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, hey, look at that. Matt's actually watching. He's on the MeWe's. That's good times.
Oh, yeah.
Yay, Matt. Anyway.
Yay. Okay. So a UK supermarket has issued an apology
Yes.
for selling chocolate ducklings.
Why?
Because people are saying that it promotes racism.
Why?
Well, it's a little package
Mm-hmm.
of these 3 chocolate
You needed a
ducks.
bell for that.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah. I was too busy trying to find.
You're too busy trying to read.
So-
Get your glasses on, old man.
I got them right here. Shoosh. So they have these 3 ducks. There's a milk chocolate, a white chocolate, and I'm assuming is a dark chocolate. Okay. And under each one of the corresponding ducks
Mm-hmm.
is the word.
Okay.
Yeah. The milk chocolate, which is just kind of a lighter brown, they're calling crispy.
Sure.
The white milk chocolate or the white chocolate duck, they're calling fluffy.
Okay.
But the reason why they're pissed, the reason why people are angry is under the dark chocolate,
Uh-huh.
ugly.
So the dark chocolate is ugly.
Mm-hmm. Therefore, as that just means there's an undertone from the company.
But hold on.
And that the darker color is therefore ugly, which would imply that dark-colored people are ugly.
They're ducks, right?
Yes.
So it's the ugly duckling.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not.
You're pissed that the dark chocolate is the most well-known duckling story ever to be created?
Yeah.
You're pissed about that?
Yeah.
It's not even a duck, it's a goose?
User,
What the hell is wrong with you?
one social media user
Or a swan.
pointed out
Sorry,
the
swan.
store's apparent gaffe.
Uh-huh.
Wrote, quote, crispy, fluffy, and ugly. Trio of the Easter ducklings at hashtag Wait Roast, which is the name of the store. Ugly is the dark one on the right. Overheard one woman saying, "This is not right. I agree, doesn't look good at all. Thousands of other options. Why? Hashtag ugly," end quote.
True.
I want one. Hashtag why are you so damn sensitive? Let's start.
I don't know, but Zig the Truck and Gator says the darkest duck was listed as, quote, ugly, and Kurt Russell died in the end.
I love it.
If you don't get that,
Another
don't worry.
user
It's okay.
wrote, yeah, definitely a balance to be found with identity politics and color blindness.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate ducks seem silly, but for me, I feel showing 3 shades of light to dark, where the dark is labeled ugly, is a problem, no matter the object. I guess I just wanted people to understand why, end quote.
Uh-huh. Kevin over on the Facebook says, duck, racism!
That's
That's true.
it's so stupid.
Oh, it's so
Stupid.
bad.
And actually, there's one of the pictures they show of it is the dark colored duck, the ugly duckling, as it were, has pink like flakes, like paint flakes, like
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's not just that it's a dark shade; it's made to look like the ugly duckling because it's different.
That's true. Roz actually has a good point. See,
Okay.
she says, like a black swan being, quote, the ugly duckling? Here's the reason. Instead of reading The Ugly Duckling in kindergarten, they are reading Heather Has Two Daddies.
Oh God!
It's true.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Spokesman for the store told CNN International that they did not mean to cause offense by selling the Easter-themed item. Whoever thought racism and Easter would go hand in hand?
I don't know. Pretty much everybody, because, Christianity is racism.
Everybody.
That's true.
The statement read, quote, "We are very sorry for any upset caused by the name of this product. It was absolutely not our intention to cause any offense. We removed the product from sale several weeks ago while we changed the labeling, and our ducklings are now back on sale," end quote.
Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. Lord forbid the dark duck would have been named Darky.
That's yeah, but you know what though? Wasn't there a duck called Darkwing Duck? And he was a badass crime fighter.
It's true. He was Darkwing Duck.
Yes. Yeah, I know. That's just saying. That could have been a representation of that, but no, we want to get our panties in a wad over it and complain and say, "Oh, how dare you? It's racism."
Mhm,
Everything is
mhm.
racism.
Everything is racism, even when it isn't.
Even
Everything is
is.
racism. Everything is cool when you're segregated. Everything is racism.
You just look around. Oh. It's always there. It's what it feels like. It's every time you open your mouth, it's racism. And if you don't see the racism, then you're the racist because you don't see it as racism.
Right. You don't see that it's racist? You racist.
You must be blinded by color.
Blinded by your skin.
You're just a giant douche. Oh,
Yep.
that's part of it. Anyway,
Somewhere in there. It's in
Somewhere
there.
in there.
I'm sure it is. You know what? This portion of the show is brought to you by Nostalgia. Wild Rice. Mother's Day is coming up soon. And if you're one to celebrate Mother's Day, maybe you should possibly get something, I don't know, different. Yeah, you know, the chocolate-covered cherries and the roses are nice. They're good. They're stuff.
you don't want to get her a racist duck.
You also don't want to get her a whole bunch of new nightgowns.
They call it, well,
They used to call them muumuus, I
I
think.
was gonna say at this time in their life, it's called a muumuu. It's
Yeah,
not.
they used to call them muumuus. You don't want to do that. A picture of you with your family. Oh, that's nice. But
You're supposed to
maybe,
do that at Christmas.
yeah, that's Christmas.
Not
That might even be like their birthday.
Maybe, yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, I can do that. At least a picture of the
But-
grandkids. Mm-hmm.
For Mother's Day. For Mother's Day, why don't you get them a delicious Mother's Day gift package from Nostalgia Wild Rice over at mojowildrice.com. You see, it's filled with some of the best stuff that you can think of. Maple syrup. It's rich, natural sweet flavors, full of healthy trace minerals, accompanied by their wild rice pancake mix for the perfect breakfast.
That's true.
Hazelnut honey. It's whipped. Deliciously addictive and great on breads of any kind or in hot cereals or tea or coffee.
Breads.
Delicious blueberry jam.
Hey, skin crawl, stop it. You're uncomfortable right now.
You're just getting hungry at the same time.
Shut
As tasty as it is beautiful, great on any bread or over some ice cream.
I feel like we should be doing like an animal.
I need to get what we need is the old 70s like porno music in the background.
That might be. I might have that for.
You need to get that because next time I'm doing this, I want to have that sounder in the background. That'd be amazing. And just for her, a pure soy candle, hand poured, lead and dye free, with a fragrance to relax and to soothe.
Did you say it was lead to dye free or
No,
lead
no,
and
lead and dye free.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was
Yes.
okay. Just making sure. Okay,
No,
sorry.
you're good. You're good. If you use the promo code MOM10, the promo code MOM10, you could save 10% off on the Mother's Day crate or any other item that you want to buy over at mojowildrice.com. That's mojowildrice.com. Go get it before you pass Mother's Day up.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to do that. 'cause
Yeah,
that would be
because
bad.
then it would be judgmentalism.
There is that, but I was gonna say not for nothing. She did give birth to you, so
yeah.
Fuck.
Right. Darkwing Duck. Nice. Very good job, S.K. Thompson. Very good job.
Right? I was just saying it's.
Zig the Trucking Gator. See, I hate being called racist when I say I'm colorblind. I'm legitimately colorblind. I have monochromatic colorblindness. My life looks like a black and white movie. For F's sake, it's
Well, wait
not
a minute,
racism
though.
to say you're colorblind.
How do you know? How do you know it's like a black and white movie?
Because that's all I can see is shades of gray. 50, in fact.
50 of them.
Where do I get a bell? Jeez.
No, because I was trying to see if I wanted to take it a half a step further and just ding it twice, but yeah. No.
Roz wants to know why I know about 70s porno music. Because Brad Staggs. I'm just putting that out there.
He is a friend and a mentor.
Sure.
I suddenly need a shower now. Moving on.
He's a great kisser, I'm sure.
He's a
You know, he said that about me the first time.
yeah, I know. That's what made I loved it. I was like, yes, yes. And I know that when you first heard it, your face went like red and like, wait, what?
No, I went pale, is what I did.
Oh, was it pale?
Mhm,
Okay.
it was
It was
pale.
one of those colors.
Mm-hmm. It
You
was
just have to
paler,
like
paler than
yourself.
I am now.
That says a lot.
It does say a lot, I tell you.
You think you would have at least a hint of color with all the pollen floating around.
Mm-hmm. Donna says he has very soft hands.
He does. He does. All right, so I'm going to touch on this real quick, just because it irritates me that this is where we're heading, and this just goes to show that just because the word Christian is in front of something doesn't make it safe.
True.
Okay. From the Daily Wire, Matt Walsh is being protested at a Christian university. Basically, Daily Wire had reported at one point that Matt Walsh is facing protest for an anticipated speech, which is sponsored by the Young Americans of Freedom, also known as YAF, where he will be delivering at, I believe this is set up to do, is it tomorrow? What's today? Sorry.
What? Today is Tuesday?
No, the date, Dingleberry.
It's the 9th.
It's tonight. So it's tonight.
Today.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
He was supposed to be doing it tonight at Baylor.
Right.
And basically, the left-wing students and faculty at Baylor University, an alleged Christian college, are trying to shut down the free speech concerning life, gender, and marriage from a Christian perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Sure.
A change.org petition seeking to censor Matt Walsh, titled Stop Matt Walsh, conservative blogger, from delivering anti-LGBTQ LMNOP speech at Baylor.
QRS, TUV, WXYZ.
How I know my ABCs.
Quill bag.
Next time, won't you sing with me?
Quill bag.
Oh, and by the way, this is the title. Stop Matt Walsh, conservative blogger, from delivering anti-LGBT.
That is so original. So many words.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Has garnered 2,200 plus signatures as of last Saturday.
True.
Baylor University's conservative student group, Baylor's Young Americans for Freedom, has invited a conservative blogger, Matt Walsh, to deliver an anti-LGBTQ plus speech that would be done tonight. This cannot be allowed to take place. Please remove this from campus events for the benefit of all LGBTQ plus students, alumni, future students. This harmful speech must be kept off our beloved campus. End quote.
Sure. What does that even mean?
There's a lot of problems with this. First off, if you are truly a Christian college,
campus,
there shouldn't be LGBTQ plus. True. There shouldn't be. Because
That's
again,
true.
as I've said before, as we touched on a little bit last night, if you're going to profess to follow something, anything, a certain religion or a creed or what have you, you have to follow it all the way or it doesn't count. You're either following it or you're not. Pure and simple. And if you are following it, you cannot be LGBTQ plus. You can't. It is forbidden. You can't. It's just like fat people shouldn't eat pizza.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? If you go to Romans.
Yeah, let's do Romans.
Let's talk Romans, all right?
Let's
so
do it.
Romans 7.
Get your Bibles out, y'all.
Romans 7. We just went over this week. Romans 7 goes through the process of what is sin versus what is salvation. And in that, he talks very specifically about sin and the motions of sin and the fact that even though you are a separate spiritual being inside of a fleshly body, the flesh has control of the flesh. And while this isn't giving you an excuse to sin, it is letting you know that every day you, as a spiritual being living inside of your flesh, have to fight to make sure that you are doing the things that you need to do to follow after God.
That's true.
So for them to come through and say, well, it's okay, we're just going to have this LGBTQ thing. No. Not going to do it. We'll be right back, folks, right after this break.
That's true.
I love this.
That's true.
So glad we have that sounder now. That's amazing.
It is.
Ah, man.
I like it. It's good. Oh wait, hold on. There's a bell here. Oh God.
Oh,
no.
that's a big bell. That is a big bell. That's a doorbell.
That is a doorbell.
Why are you playing with the bells?
It just saw bells, and I was like, ooh, how does
Bells.
that sound? And it sounds like crap.
I don't know. Yeah, it sounds terrible.
You know what it sounds like?
No. True. That's true.
That's true.
Thank you. Let's see. Donna Renee Ivy over at the Facebook says, "I'm King James version. What version are y'all on?" Dylan.
What version am I on?
Yeah.
New King James and Holman Christian and ESV.
A red one.
Yeah, boom. Oh, see, really, jerk.
Yeah, I went there. That's the one I'm on. I'm on the one that I read. I actually switched through like 4 different translations and setups and everything else because I go through it constantly. So
It helps with looking up stuff. But
yeah,
anywho,
it really does. It really does. That's true.
it's true.
That's true.
Thank you.
Telling you, it's great.
So good. I love that thing.
Yep.
Oh gosh. Okay, so there's so many people on. Matt Locke on the MeWe says Jeremy Handsome kept calling Eric Swalwell. Oh wow.
Wow.
That's not a good thing.
That's
It's not a good thing. Okay. We're about to be coming back from the break, so I'm just going to be quiet for a second. And we're back.
we are back.
Dylan has his mic on mute.
No, I do not. You keep not hearing me. It's because of the Skype
The sound, I
delay
know.
and
It's the
everything.
weird. Yeah, it's the weirdness of it.
It's making me look down. I'm like, I know it's on. I didn't. They heard me, and then they heard you say the same thing, and it's like,
I know.
oh,
It's so
no.
good. It's so good. That's what we're
That's
doing
true.
today. It's so true. It's so true. Donna wants to know what church we go to. She wants us to plug it for some reason.
Richland Creek Community Church.
Yep, they actually have an app where you can listen to the sermons. It's Richland Creek Community Church. If you look that up on the app stores, it's there.
If you want, get us at info@DOAE show, and we'll send you the link.
Yeah, we'll send you everything there.
Yep.
It's all good, and that's kind of what we like because I don't know of any other church that pushes a verse by verse sermon.
Yeah, not like this. Yeah, it's the first one I've ever been
It's
in my whole
verse
life.
by verse, digging deep.
Like it, don't like it.
It doesn't matter.
Sometimes it sucks, and sometimes it's nice.
Sometimes it really hits you in the face.
Sometimes it does. It kicks you straight in the teeth as
Yeah.
hard as it possibly can. So
Mhm.
it's. But again, if you're going to follow something, then you're either all in or you're all out.
That's right.
And that it goes with everything, whether it's a form of politics, whether it's a principle standard, whatever. If you're in it, you have to be in all the way. You can't pick and choose, or the whole thing falls apart.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So, before we move forward, I want to tell you guys about some wonderful things. Tar River Arms.
Yeah, we do. I
See,
like
Tar
Tar-
River Arms. Yeah, amazing stuff.
What? Who are you telling?
I know, right? Did you know that they're doing a giveaway now?
Yeah, they are. That is right.
Did you know that? Like, Tar River
I
Arms
did.
and Mojo 50 are doing a giveaway, guys. It is amazing, wonderful stuff. We heard about it,
Was it this
yesterday,
afternoon or
the
was it
day
yesterday?
before? I think it was day before or yesterday.
I don't know. Everything's running together.
Yeah, it's everything all day, every day, and I can't quite
Day.
get all
true.
all the pieces don't fit, and that's just what's going on right now. It's just crazy days. But they have a what is it? I need to find it now. I want to find it. Did I send it to you? I sent it to you. I sent a picture to you.
Kid, but I'm going to go on while you look for that. Tar River Arms, the reason why they are so awesome is they are America's first virtual gun store, making it easier and more comfortable than ever to purchase a firearm online.
It's true.
It is true. You can literally
That's true.
you can sit on your couch, no pants required, watching a movie, just flipping through, and you could pick out the gun of your dreams.
That's true.
In modernizing the online firearm sales to accommodate the online generation. And those of you that would prefer the brick and mortar experience, you can also experience that through the 3D interactive experiences. There's a lot of experiences written here. View and inspect the gun that you are purchasing. You can spin it. You can look at it. You can see where it's been oiled, fingerprints if it hasn't been wiped off of, the pollen that might be fluttering in from the outside. Because if you're in North Carolina or anywhere in the South for that matter, pollen is bad, so you'd see it there. Weekly specials, eliminating the shipping and broker's fees. You order, you pick up, no additional fees. Great guns, prices and service. Veteran owned and veteran ran.
That's right. That's right. And so if you go to either go to mojo50.com go to mojo50.com/register to win. It's mojo50.com /register to win. Okay. If you go there, it's a promo for a it's a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard series 380.
Yep.
6-round laser sight, the whole deal. It has a Crimson Trace laser
So nice.
internalized into the weapon. It is amazing. You need to check it out. Stainless steel is a matte black stainless steel finish. It is amazing. So clean looking.
Yes.
It's just a beaut. Go check it out. mojo50.com /register to win. And you too can register to win for a that 380.
Yep. And if you want to buy anything else besides that 380, make sure you go to traguns.com and you let them know that Steven and I sent you over there. Oh, and they will be opening, going back to real fast, they will be opening a brick and mortar store
sometime
soon.
in January. July.
Sometime this year.
Sometime in that J names.
Yeah, that's somewhere around in there. They're going to be opening up, and it is going to be phenomenal. We're going to make a big deal about it. We'll keep you guys abreast of all of the details as they come around, so don't forget that. But until then, go to traguns.com. That's traguns.com. Okay.
So a Massachusetts governor signs a ban on controversial therapies for children.
Of course he did. Of course he did. See, when I first read the headline, I kind of, my eye twitched a little bit. I was like, well, maybe this is not as bad, because there have been things of where they would do electric shock and really some really horrible things to people who are homosexual to try and get the homosexuality out of them. And again, it's a choice. You're not going to change them that way. But I thought that maybe that's what it is. But something in the back of my brain said, nope.
Massachusetts Republican Governor Charlie Baker signed into law a bill prohibiting the use of conversion therapy on minors who identify as quilt bag.
That's where I started getting a little weird.
See, the new law bans medical practitioners from attempting to counsel children under the age of 18 into or out of their sexual orientation or gender identity.
See, that's it, and I knew it right there. Gender identity. The new law bans medical practitioners from attempting to counsel children under the age of 18 into or out of their sexual orientation or gender identity. Now, I threw this question to Steven, and we both kind of mulled it over, and it kind of did a goofy nod to each other. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't a medical practitioner, wouldn't that also fall under, like, say, a psychiatrist?
Yes, in essence.
I mean that. Well, wait a minute. As a psychologist and a psychiatrist.
Yes, both of them. One gives you meds. The other just tells you you're crazy.
Yes, but both of them theoretically fall under medical. So now you can't even get a psychiatrist to say, hey, and actually reinforce the fact that this is a mental issue. The gender identity. Gender dysphoria, that's not a...
It's not a mental issue anymore.
Huh. Okay.
It's
And
not.
state legislature passed the bill unanimously
Mm.
in a Democrat-controlled Senate after it was overwhelmingly passed in the state House. Now, let me remind you, he's a Republican governor, supposedly. So it's a little bit weird that a bill that passed unanimously
Mm-hmm.
in a Democrat-controlled Senate,
Mm-hmm.
then passed overwhelmingly in the state House,
Mm-hmm.
also was made into law by a Republican governor.
It's Massachusetts, though.
This is true. This is true. And apparently Republican in Massachusetts doesn't mean what they all think it means.
It doesn't mean what they think it means. It means big government. Jeremy Hansen over on the Facebook says, I'm a medical practitioner. They call me Dr. Love.
Now all I hear is Kiss in my head.
That makes perfect sense.
It does.
See, our line, Isaacson. Wow.
Wow.
Isaacson. I haven't heard Isaacson in a while.
That is rare, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is Massachusetts, so, you know, you get the Vikings and everything else.
This is true. This is true.
I am Arline Isaacson. Coach
Watch
here.
it be bald as a peach, too.
Yeah, I know. And sound like, hi. Because he's the
Well, he
co-chair
is
of
the co-chair of Massachusetts Gay and Lesbian Political Caucus. So it's highly possible that he might be swinging for the other team there.
He says that moving so quickly to ban conversion therapy for minors, he's grateful for.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he is. Being LGBTQ is not an illness or
Stop.
a disease that needs to be cured.
Stop.
End quote.
First off,
Mm-hmm.
we're not talking about an illness that needs to be cured unless you put the T in there.
Yes, that's it.
You put the T,
Uh-huh.
and suddenly there is an illness because there is a mind-body difference.
Yes. Because again, being a lesbian, gay, bisexual, isn't that what the T is right there, though? T is transition?
Yeah, that's tranny, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So it's all up to that point, and even the questioning, I mean, that could still be fall under a preference.
Yeah, that's just talking like,
Not-
oh, well, I'm
like
kind of
maybe you
questioning.
don't, maybe you're not sure. I don't know. But all of those but the T is a preference. Again, I go back to my pizza analogy from last night.
Mhm.
You have a preference for some people, and this is really going to start something on Twitter. Some people like pineapple on their pizza.
Ugh.
Some people don't.
Ugh.
Yeah,
I don't.
I don't either.
Some
And we
people
just
feel
lost
like a
whole
nut.
bunch of fans right there. You know that. But anyway,
Some people feel like a nut.
and sometimes you don't.
That's right.
Almond Joy's has nuts.
Mounds don't.
Mounds don't. Anyway, it's a preference thing. So you're absolutely right. It's not an illness. It's a preference. It's just like whether, as a straight male, do you have a preference of larger women or thin women or blondes or redheads or blue eyes or green eyes or whatever?
Yeah.
It's a preference. Now, once you, like Steven said, you change it and you throw in transitioning, when there now becomes your brain says one thing, but your body displays something else. Now there's a problem. Now it becomes mental. And that is an illness and a disease that does need to be at least addressed.
Yes.
At the very least.
There has to be a mind-body issue that needs to be addressed. Whether, you have people that go in for just depression or things like that. And then you have people that go in for physical symptoms of mental issues. They're mind-body issues where your mind doesn't quite connect to your body and how it works and everything else going on. It happens, okay? It is there.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we have an entire system of psychiatry
Yep.
tells us flatly that we have to worry about how the mind-body connection works, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
Exactly. So if we're going to worry about how the mind-body connection works, then we have to also make sure that somebody that is transgendered, somebody that decides that their body doesn't match what their mind says it is, that they're getting the help that they need, not in changing their body, but in merging the connection between body and mind.
Yep. and and again, this touches back on the whole Matt Walsh thing we talked about a second ago. This is everything. If you're going to have something like psychology and psychiatry, where you're studying the mind and possible illnesses and things like that, you either have to do all of it or you get rid of all of it. You can't pick and choose. You can't say this is a mental disease and then suddenly go, well, no, because enough people don't want it to be, we're going to change it.
Mm-hmm.
And leave everything else as law. You can't do that.
You know, mental health is not a consensus thing.
No.
It's not, you don't, you know, if you went out, it's not a board of people that you go talk to and they decide, well, you're not actually crazy. So, bye.
Yeah. Well, not yet. We're heading that direction real quick.
We are heading that direction real quick.
Over on the Twitters. Zig the Trucking Gator. Some people don't like pineapple on their pizza, and the rest are going to a special place in hell.
Mm-hmm. Whereas over in the MeWe chat room, James in Louisiana gives a gif of pineapple belongs on pizza. Guy standing out there with a sign.
The minute I said something, we knew I was bringing it up. I knew James was going to say something. I knew it.
James also says ham/Canadian bacon. Canada's wrong. It's ham. Pineapple and black olives. Sweet and salty. No.
Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. Referring to Jeremy Hansen earlier. They call him Dr. what?
Dr. Love.
Hashtag arm yourselves.
Oh,
so good. I'm so... And it gets worse.
SK Thompson over on the Twitter says, it is the same as anorexia. Yes. Or bulimia or all the rest. Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Obesity as you know, it's all the same. If
it's a body-mind problem.
Nope. You have to accept it and acknowledge it for what it is. You can't just change it just because it suits your narrative or it fits your agenda or it gets you what you want.
Because it doesn't.
Because it doesn't. In the
As
end,
it's been proven.
Yes. Oh, so an Australian man spent 2 days in jail for being falsely accused for raping his wife.
Really?
And domestic abuse.
That sounds
he's
amazing.
now suing for $500,000 in damages.
Sure, because they spend dollars in Australia.
Yeah, this is what it says in that article. I'm reading. Anyway, and not for nothing, 500,000 is very, like, if me personally
that's
being
low.
falsely accused and spending over a month in jail because this heifer lied about me.
That's low.
Oh, you bet your ass I'm gonna get her for everything she's worth and then some. I'm gonna it's gonna be I'm gonna get it hard and long and all of it. The man who was not named, that just makes me think of like Harry Potter for some reason. He which shall not be named is suing the police, prosecutors, and his ex-wife for this ordeal. See, this is why I said he should have gotten way more. It's one thing if you just got the wife, but if you're going police and prosecutors too, there's a whole lot more money out there, Chief.
Yes, there is a whole lot more money out there.
The man's nightmare began in 2015 while him and his ex-wife's marriage were falling apart. She, which is a pediatrician in Sydney, had been abusing prescription painkillers Tramadol for the last 5 years, writing prescriptions in her husband's name. So, Australian news sources, the news.com.au reported on May 4th of 2015, the man discovered that his wife had been carrying on a sexually explicit conversation with a man in London. The two began arguing, during which time the man threw the woman's phone out their front door, which broke the screen. This would later be included as a charge of domestic violence against the man. Let that marinate for just a moment. And
yeah, just kind of keep on.
Also charged with a second count of domestic violence for sending his wife an explicit photo she had once sent him with a sarcastic comment about the man in London liking such a photo.
Sure.
The photo, prosecutors argued, was evidence of, quote, revenge porn. He didn't post it on social media. He sent it back to her.
Directly. And
made a snarky comment about the guy that she was having an affair with. And that was considered revenge porn. Anyway.
Off on a tangent, just wanted to kind of pull this out. Over on the Facebook, Gavin Hansen gives us a dad joke.
Uh-oh.
Why is a bee's hair sticky?
I'm afraid to ask. Why?
Because he uses the honeycomb.
That's true.
My God. That's all you get, Gavin. That's all you get. You get crickets.
And that's true. Oh.
And that's true.
After the woman moved out, she returned to her home June 15th of 2015. Days later, she would claim her ex-husband raped her 3 times during the visit.
Aha.
Quote, the dogs came running toward me and the husband, in parentheses, invited me in to see them. She reportedly told the police according to thenews.com.au. She said her ex-husband, quote, kissed her very forcibly, end quote, and then put his hands down her skirt, quote, to the point where it hurt me, end quote. She said then he shoved her up against the wall and raped her from behind. This is a nice guy.
Yeah, of course.
Quote,
none of this happened.
No, and I'll explain in a minute, but I'm just going to give you what she tells the police. Quote, I tried to push him away with my hand, she said in a statement obtained by the news.
Uh-huh.
He then forcibly had sexual intercourse with me so hard that my forehead was hitting the wall. I tried to turn around so I could see what he would do next. I didn't want to be facing away from him. He was smiling, end quote. She said that she was raped twice more after that. Sounds horrible.
Uh-huh.
Tragic. I mean, however, unbeknownst to the woman, the ex-husband had installed video cameras in the home the day before her visit, and the footage shows from the cameras the sex was consensual. And furthermore, later that day, after the alleged rapes and everything else, the woman texts the man, have a safe flight, as he was traveling to Europe for business. She went to the police 4 days later. So,
yeah.
Here's where it gets really crappy. The police investigated her claims for 2 years.
This has been going on for 2 years?
2 years.
Uh-huh.
Reportedly ignored
exculpatory?
There you go.
There
Evidence.
you
go. They ignored obvious evidence provided by the man, said thenews.com.au. He pleaded guilty to 2 counts of domestic violence, which apparently is a common thing. People feel that they can get, they will end up getting a much harsher, penalty if they try to prove their innocence. So they just plead guilty and let it ride. But these charges were later dismissed.
There is something else. Oh, I gotta. No. There is something else right there. Okay?
What would that be? The admitting to
a guilty plea when you did absolutely nothing.
Yep.
Because you are afraid that your government is going to railroad you.
Yep. Hashtag me too.
Hashtag me too.
Yeah, it applies across the board, and this is a perfect example of that.
Yeah, in Australia, they're afraid in Australia that the government is going to railroad you if you try to prove yourself innocent.
Yeah.
Think about that. He's guilty until proven innocent. And so what do? Well, you know what? I'm just going to plead guilty to some lesser charge because if I do that, at least then they're not going to punch me in the face and throw me in a locked cell for 30 years.
Well, no, close. Ended up being 30 days and everything else. I mean,
and once in the rear.
Yeah, it's just it irritates, and people want to sit here and these ladies, this stuff. And I'm not to say that women are not assaulted, not to say women are not raped, but we have got to stop trying to say that one group is either vilified more or is a victim more. We're all screwed one way or another. Doesn't matter what it is we're talking about. Doesn't matter what the situation is. White people are victims of racism just as fast as white people are the daggone it. My brain just went.
Your brain just died. Look.
Yeah, just
the point that he's trying to make is very simple. Everybody does it. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what your skin color is, what your gender is, anything like that. Everybody thinks a certain way. Everybody has an idea that they think in certain groups and certain listings. If you talk to those people in those certain groups, you will find out very quickly that if they're in talking, most of the time they're in talking and they're talking about some other people over there.
Yep.
Which is what they're saying that you shouldn't do at the same time.
Yep.
So if you're claiming that other people are racist, more than likely you're racist. If you're claiming other people are sexist, more than likely you're being sexist.
Yep.
And that's just how it works. Because you automatically project your hatred into other people because you don't want to face it yourself. Now, before we get to the next story, I want to tell you guys about cat coolers. Because they're rugged.
Yeah, they are.
They keep your ice cold for 7 days. They're made in the USA. They're fully customizable. And by customizable, I mean you can put the Defenders logo on there. You could put Mojo logo on there. Heck, you could put, I don't know, Brad's face on the top of it and let young lady sit on it to make him feel better about himself. It might freak people out, but at the same point in time, he would be happy. I don't know what you want to do, but whatever you want to do, you can. You can fully customize it. They come in 5 different colors. You got white, you got black, you got yellow, you've got unseen, camouflage. And you've got what's called a blue collar?
That's true.
That's right, blue collar because it's black, but when it gets cold, it has a blue stripe.
It turns the color blue like the color of the rock. No, I'm sorry. I'm not even going to finish.
When it gets cold, it turns the color of the Rockies. But you can do all of this. You can get yourself a cat cooler, or you can maybe get some of their thermoses, their mugs, their cups, anything you want to go there. But if you go to the website, catcoolers.com, that's catcoolers.com, use the promo code Steven, you get 10% off on your order. So catcoolers.com, 10% off when you use the promo code Steven.
That's true.
Zig the Trucking Gator.
Mm-hmm.
These women are detracting from real rape cases. They're making all rape claims look like they're crying wolf.
True.
Absolutely.
That's so true.
That is. It absolutely
That's
is
very
true. I mean, again, the situation itself is bad, and it's not something you just kind of throw around frivolously. And when you start doing that, you can't be surprised when people don't want to believe you.
S.K. Thompson asking a question of us. I will reply to you, yes. Yes, you can.
Yeah, I just caught it. Yeah.
I don't know why you want to, but yes, you can.
Well, my question is, how are you going to get that?
And no, James, I didn't leave out Brad's face. You just weren't paying attention.
Yeah, no, he did. I'm actually like, talk after the show. The joke is getting old. We need to find a new joke or something.
It's getting old. Brandon's beard. I don't know. We have to choose something else now. It's getting about as old as Brad Staggs, and that's never good.
Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. I still want the cat coolers to make a 12-volt cooler.
That would be amazing. 12-volt coolers would be pretty cool.
Wouldn't it?
Get it?
Then
it's a double entendre there. Cool.
Wouldn't it be? Coolers. It would be. Yeah. Can you imagine how long that ice would stay cold? Anyway.
It'd be really cold for a really long time.
For a very long time.
Very, very long time. So. We have 2 other stories, but I'm just going to skip ahead to the end because
it's so good.
This one is going to take a really long time. So let's talk about the Dutch.
Damn Dutch.
See, the Dutch, the Dutch pulled double duty in an F-16. Apparently, he decided to accelerate at the wrong time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what would that be? Why would that be a problem? I mean,
well, he was. Look.
When you say the wrong time, what
do you mean? He was shooting his guns. Hit these F-16. He was firing, a 20-millimeter rounds. And then he decided to accelerate. And he ran into the bullets.
So he shot himself.
He shot himself, damaged the plane enough to where he had to go emergency land.
In an aircraft.
During a firing exercise.
Wow.
And it's just now being released. This is from the 21st of January. Thanks, Dutch.
Thank you, Dutch.
Double Dutch duty. That is correct. Double Dutch duty on there. Oh, before we forget, here we go.
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with your bell count grade for the day. There were 50 missed innuendo bells, 70 actual bells, 11 horns, giving it a grade of a B+. Good night, and peace out, y'all.
It's a very generous number there. From the Leprechaun across the way.
Love Leprechaun, man. Thank you so much for doing that, buddy. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It'd be good times. Later, folks.